Thank you, Alyssa. She's going to turn up the volume, and you all are going to really regret it when she turns up the volume on my voice, because I don't generally even need the mic. So welcome, guys. Welcome to the All Ideas Pitch Contest hosted here at Cape Cod Beer. Right? Can you talk about the venue? Awesome venue, right? I'm Amanda Kaiser. Everybody calls me Kai. I'm the program manager for EforAll Cape Cod. I do everything that is entrepreneur facing. I do technical assistance. Sometimes I'm the emotional support dog, depending on the day. I see you, my entrepreneurs. And I am one half of the dynamic team here at EforAll Cape Cod.
Check, check. I am Kristen Marshall. I'm the executive director of EforAll Cape Cod, and we are so happy for this full house and to see you here tonight.
I broke the clicker already, Alyssa. That's okay. I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about EforAll. For folks who are not familiar with us, we are a 501c3 nonprofit. We are an economic development organization. So we believe that Cape Cod is a dynamic place. It's a wonderful place for building your businesses, and the best way that we can empower people to do their businesses on Cape Cod is to find the ambitious Cape Codders who have great ideas and want help executing them and empower them to do that. So we do that through a couple of different things. We'll talk about the different things that we do, but tonight you are here for our one night only Shark Tank Without the Teeth pitch contest.
So a huge thanks to our sponsors tonight. The folks on the screen make this program possible. So EforAll is economic development through entrepreneurship. So we launch 30 businesses a year, and the entrepreneurs pay $0. And so it's up to us to kind of fundraise and make sure that we're able to offer this to the community. And so these are the folks that have really stepped up. So Mass Growth Capital Corporation, the Cape Cod Foundation, the State of Massachusetts Economic Development Office, Barnstable County, every time you see those license plates with the lighthouse on them, we got a grant through that. That money goes to economic development. The Rockland Trust Charitable Foundation, and the next slide. And a huge thanks to BankFive. BankFive has made a really big commitment to us. This year, next year, and the following year, they've committed $25,000. So a huge thank you to BankFive, and to the BankFive reps who are here tonight, of whom we have 3.
And I just want to say thanks to Cape Cod Beer and the brew crew for letting me torture them for the last couple of months with about 1 million emails every other day, and doing an awesome job with the setup and running the bar and just kind of keeping everything flowing. Feel free throughout the evening. Don't feel like you have to wait. If you feel so inspired, go up and grab a beer. Maybe just wait until somebody's done with their pitch before you do that. But absolutely feel free, get up as you need to. But thank you to Cape Cod Beer. Thank you to Todd and Beth. So what can you expect? Tonight we are going to hear some pitches from members of the Cape Cod community with brilliant ideas. They have 2.5 minutes and they are going to convince you of their wonderful ideas. The judges are going to step out and deliberate around 7:45. While they're doing that, we're going to have some fun and games in here with the audience, and we are going to award some money here to our fan favorites. Once that voting is done, we will award cash on the spot tonight. So there is going to be cash awards, cash prizes tonight. And then by 8:30, I'm shooing you out the door because the Patriots are on and I need to get home too.
Yeah, so just a reminder that we don't want you stuck in your seats all night. We want to go ahead and support Cape Cod Beer, so feel free to get up, go grab drinks throughout the program. There's never really a stop because after each pitch we do a commercial break. So just get up, feel free to get up, go get drinks.
All right, so let's talk about our judges panel tonight. We are very excited to have a variety of luminaries with us tonight. We have Tom Bickford, who is a Vice President of Cash Management at BankFive. Tom joined BankFive in February 2021 with more than 30 years of banking experience, specifically focused in treasury management. Prior to his current position, Tom served as Vice President Treasury Sales Officer at Citizens Bank. Tom obtained a BA in Business Administration from Northeastern University. He has served on various bank-related associations, including the Treasury Management Association of New England and the Boston Rotary Club. He's also served as past president and coach of the AAU and Girls Basketball Association in Hingham, Mass., his hometown. He currently serves on the board of trustees for the Beals Cove Condominium Complex in Hingham. Let's have a round of applause for Tom.
Thanks, Tom. On the end, we have Joel Martins Jr. He's a small business specialist at BankFive since late December 2020. Prior to joining BankFive, Joel worked for 3 years at Santander Bank as a licensed relationship banker. He holds a degree in finance from UMass Dartmouth, and during his time on campus, Joel was treasurer and later president of the award-winning UMass Dartmouth Collegiate DECA chapter. Let's give it up for Joel.
And on the opposite end, we have John Piscatelli. He is the founder and president of People, Process, and Measures Consulting, PPM. His focus is on helping companies assess and deliver best total value across the supply chain. John's approach is equal parts diagnostician, consultant, teacher, and business partner. Prior to forming PPM, John enjoyed a 33-year career with Gillette and Procter & Gamble, achieving extensive cross-functional experience in purchasing, manufacturing, supply network operations, and supplier business development on a global basis. As a senior supply chain executive in the Gillette business unit, where he developed organizational structure and capability and supply chain process design, which led to world-class results in cost and cash reduction. Prior to that, he was the director of procurement for Gillette and led the integration of Gillette procurement following the acquisition by P&G. Give it up for John Piscatelli.
Yeah, John. Next up, we have Leah Smith. She's a vice president, business development officer. She joined BankFive in 2021 with more than 25 years of banking experience. Prior to her current position, Leah served as assistant vice president, small business relationship manager at Santander Bank. She holds a bachelor's degree from Bryant University and is an active member of the community, volunteering with Mentor Rhode Island and Kent County YMCA. Leah is also a former board member and a board chair of the Central Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce. Let's give it up for Leah. Thanks, Leah.
And finally, tonight on our panel, we have Dr. Stephanie Soares, the owner of Cape Cod BeFit and BikeFit, which helps active Cape Codders overcome injury and achieve their fitness goals. Stephanie has been a physical therapist for over a decade and is a certified bike fitter. She earned a doctorate in physical therapy and a bachelor's in rehabilitation science, both from Northeastern University. Stephanie is an EforAll Cape Cod alum and has experience mentoring young professionals in the healthcare field. Give it up for Stephanie. All right, so let's talk about rules of the game. Are you ready? Yeah. All right, here we go. So our pitchers have a time limit. They have 2.5 minutes in which to give their pitch, and they have specific criteria that they are working to get out in that 2.5 minutes. We have the timer over in the corner here. Wave to the people, Jen. Yeah. So Jen's going to be over there in the corner, and she's going to be waving some time cues. She'll tell them when they have 30 seconds left. And then there's a big old stop sign. When she puts up the stop sign, we're all going to applaud, right? Yeah. All right. Then after their 2.5 minutes of pitching, they have 60 seconds, which they're going to field questions from our judges panel. And then there are 4 cash prizes up for grabs today. So the judges panel is going to deliberate in another room. They will award a first, second, and third prize. Respectively, those are worth $1,000, $750, and $500. While they're doing that, we're going to have some fun and games in here, and we're going to award $500 in the fan favorite. In between, we need to give our judges a little bit of time to write some notes for themselves, right? So we're going to tell you a little bit about EforAll, what we're doing. We're going to tell you all the things that are coming in 2022, and we're going to do some commercial breaks, and generally, Kristen and I are going to tap dance for a couple of minutes while they take their notes. And thank you to Jen for being our timer tonight. We really appreciate you. It is the toughest job in the pitch contest, being the one telling people that they have to stop. So give her a little round of applause. It's stressful. Very stressful. We also want to say thank you to Will Rubenstein, who was our greeter tonight at the welcoming table. Will is a great community partner, always up and willing to help, and he is also a partner with eForever, which is a peer-to-peer mentoring group for established businesses. So if you haven't talked to him about that yet and you're interested, go for it. I'm a little bit ahead of the slides. Did everybody get a ballot from Will? All right. Okay, excellent. Those are going to come into play later when we're talking fan favorites. Which, speaking of which, we want to say thank you to Ellen, because Ellen is the woman who is running the show when it comes to the ballots.
Where are you, Ellen? Give us a wave. All right.
Ah, there she is.
Ellen, where are you going to be? Ellen's going to be, we'll give you a cue during the judging portion when it's time to do this, but we're collecting paper ballots. Ellen's going to collect the paper ballots. She's going to be at the doors. So we'll tell you this when it's time, but we'll have you go and you'll place your paper ballot in the basket that she has at the doors. Also, just wanted to say hi to the folks who are doing the videography and the photography for us tonight. EforAll alum business Big Tree, so give it up for Big Tree folks. Thank you.
So for those of you who haven't already, you can keep track of everything that's going on in the world of EforAll Cape Cod by following us on social media. We're on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, or you can just hit us up via our website or emails. We're generally pretty easy to find. We have a YouTube channel where you will be able to go back and view tonight's program. Okay, so if you know someone who's pitching tonight, make some noise. If you're a friend of someone who's pitching tonight, holler. If you're family of someone who's pitching tonight, let's hear it. All right, they clearly invited the right people. That's all I can say. But, you know, it's a big deal for people to actually be brave enough to stand up, put their ideas out into the universe, to do it in this kind of a format, and it means the world to have people like you in their lives supporting them. So thank you for being here, because we don't exist and they don't exist without you guys supporting them too. All right. That's enough out of us. Let's hear some pitches. You guys ready? Oh, that was lackluster. You can do better. All right. So, Cape Cod Makers. Russ. Come on up.
All right, let's see how this sounds. Everybody hear me? All right. Should I wait for a time cue or? All right. So I want you all to think about the last time you had an idea you wanted to bring into the world, hold it in your hands, but you didn't. What stopped you? Most often the things that stop people are the lack of skills or knowledge to complete a project or lack of access to tools. I'm Russ from the Cape Cod Makers. We've already cultivated a community that helps share knowledge and teach skills. We operate out of a makerspace in the Harwich Cultural Center, allowing our members access to a lot of tech-focused tools, things like 3D printers, a laser cutter, a CNC router, soldering equipment. We want to expand our reach to allow our members to complete projects outside of our makerspace by creating a tool lending library. Our target users are anyone who sees their own space or finances as barriers to acquiring tools or pursuing a particular project. This can be due to a living situation, for instance, a renter not having enough space to store their tools, or due to the negative cost-value relationship of purchasing a tool for just a single use. I see the library being self-sustaining. Our current membership model at the Makerspace generates a net positive revenue every year, which allows us to not only pay our rent and our insurance, but typically add one tool, one major purchase per year to our Makerspace. The addition of a tool lending library would be a draw for new members, increasing our membership and therefore our revenue, and creating new opportunities for education by bringing us into contact with more members of our community. It would also allow us to take advantage of in-kind tool donations, which we've had offers for in the past, but unfortunately had to turn down due to the limiting factor of space. These donations would now become part of the lending library, and redundancies could be sold in an annual tool sale to help supplement our revenues. The use of funds that we hope to receive tonight would allow us to purchase a number of tools prioritized by their demand and usefulness, as seen here. This list is based on retail pricing, the worst case scenario. We're actively talking to regional tool reps, as well as reaching out to local retailers to talk about the possibility of purchasing tools at cost, which would allow us to further expand the list and include other accessories for tools we've already acquired to lend. Thank you for your time, and we hope to lend all of you a tool soon. Good.
So I won't do this every time, but essentially after each of these, the judges, now you have 1 minute, so you can kind of make eye contact, figure out who wants to ask the question. We have 1 minute for questions, and so whoever has questions, grab the mic and go ahead and ask it. Thanks, Jess.
Have you considered a place to store all of the tools that you're going to receive?
Yeah, so at present, we rent our makerspace from the Harwich Cultural Center. Our current space used to be a home ec room, so we are limited for space in our current situation. Because of that, I personally own a home in Harwich that has a lot of extra attic space and a garage, as well as my own personal wood shop. At present, all of the in-kind donations that we have accepted at this point, a lot of hand tools, yard tools, corded power tools, things like that, I am currently storing until we can figure out the logistics of liability for lending. We hope down the road to be able to take advantage of possibly an extra janitor's closet at the Cultural Center, which used to be a middle school. There is a lot of space there that is being underutilized at the moment. Time? Thank you guys so much.
Outstanding. Great start. Thank you. All right, so I want to take a couple of minutes and tell you a little bit about the other thing that we do, which is our Business Accelerator program. It is a one-year program, and it is designed as sort of a Business 101 boot camp. So for the first 3 months, it's what we call the intensive period. There's a structured curriculum with classes twice a week, access to a team of mentors, and it takes people, hopefully, from idea stage, where they have sort of this crazy thing that's been rolling around in their brain for months or years, and they want to see if they can turn it into something. And by the time they get to the end of the 3 months, they're in a position to hopefully be able to launch it or to learn if they need to get some more research. So we have applications open for the Spring 2022 Accelerator right now, and access to all of these technical resources, the networking, the group of mentors. Access is absolutely free. Again, with thanks to our donors, this is something that we're able to offer to people who have ambition, who have the will, who have the drive, and they don't need to have the money in order to be able to get at it. So applications for that are open from now until Wednesday, January 19th at noontime. You can check out the URL, tinyurl.com/Cape Cod Spring 22 to get a little bit more information. It's got the whole layout of all the schedules and all that good stuff. But so for my entrepreneurs who are currently in the accelerator. All right. And with that resounding I can't ask for a better endorsement. Thank you. I'm going to invite up our next pitcher. So please help me welcome Andy Whitman from Fathom Fishing.
Hi, my name is Andy Whitman. I'm the co-founder of Fathom Fishing, and I want to change the way that we catch lobster. So the commercial trap fishing industry is under immense pressure from two things. That is protected wildlife habitats and new offshore infrastructure projects. Recent devastating losses to the right whale population are triggering immense restrictions on when, where, and how fishermen can place their traps. New offshore infrastructure projects like wind farms are requiring exclusion zones not around the towers themselves and the undersea cables back to shore. Nearly every industry has faced similar optimization problems and implemented data-driven solutions that have paid off enormously. Devices for data collection at sea exist, but they're almost exclusively developed for scientists and researchers. This means they're incredibly precise, but they're also very expensive and very difficult to use. Right now, fishermen don't have any data and they don't have any tools to offset these new restrictions or sustainably fish more efficiently. We see the market, the whole commercial fishing market, as two parts. There's large commercial vessels that are doing millions of dollars of revenue a year, and then there are smaller boats that are doing several $100,000 a year. We want to start by looking at these smaller boats and the smaller boats on the East Coast. This is for 3 reasons. First is we're here, and this is where our network is. 2, the feedback loop with these captains is incredibly quick and incredibly efficient. And 3, we think these smaller boats will get the most value out of our product. We have 2 major revenue streams. That's the hardware and our analytics. So we make a small profit up front on the hardware, but we charge a subscription service for access to all of the fishermen's information, as well as the most up-to-date modeling, analytics, and understanding of the environment. Through several strategic partnerships, we have access to free office space, free manufacturing space, and state-of-the-art equipment. This means all of the prize money from tonight could potentially go towards supplies for our first 5 prototypes that we want to have functioning on commercial boats for the 2022 season. Thank you. Yeah, so once the fishermen have these data, let me set the stage here. Right now, they have absolutely nothing. We've done dozens of customer interviews that say they have chart plotters and they know where their buoys are, but that's about it. With all of this data, they can start looking specifically which traps are catching the most lobster and how they're catching them. So imagine you can say this bait in this trap is fished here and it's soaked for this long, and historically, not even just instantaneously, but you start to build a lookup year over year over year, and you can start to track that lobster migration as it happens throughout the season. Thank you.
Thank you, Andy. Great work. So let's pretend for a moment that I've convinced somebody in the room that you want to come do an accelerator with us, that you want to have access to all these technical resources, that you want to be matched up with a team of mentors, that you're willing to make this commitment and commit your time so that we can commit to improving and making your dreams into businesses. If you look at that accelerator application online and you think to yourself, oh my God, I have no idea what to do, there's phone a friend, right? You can email me at amanda@eforall.org. It's not a test. It's not a black box. If you want some help, if you want to understand context, if you just want to get some ideas of what to expect in the whole process, or if you have questions and you want to learn more, shoot me an email, amanda@eforall.org, and I will happily help anybody who wants it. And even if we're not the right fit, we have great partnerships with some of our community organizations. So if you look at it and we decide that there's some other options for you, I can walk you through some of those as well. So this is literally my favorite part of the job. So it's not bothering me. Send me an email and let me help anybody who wants to turn their dreams into a business. Speaking of which, Gabrielle.
Probably should have ditched the flashcards, but we'll see how it goes. You're the timekeeper, okay. Hi, my name is Gabrielle Rawson, and I am the creator and founder of GR Films, an independent film production company that was born and raised right here on Cape Cod. My role at GR Films is that of a writer, director, and producer, but that wasn't always the case. My journey began, not at film school like you might think, but at Bridgewater State University, where I was double majoring in English and education. See, my goal was always to become a teacher, but life has a funny way of working out. When I got to my senior year at BSU in 2019, I experienced a lot of hardship. Not only did I run out of funding and have to drop the education major, but I was also in a near fatal car accident. But what got me through that period of my life was a little student film I wrote and directed for my honors senior thesis project called Get Up 8, a semi-autobiographical film I made about addiction and recovery. Making that film forever changed me and set me on my true path. Since Get Up 8, GR Films has made more than a dozen award-winning short films, proof of concepts, and micro shorts. and next March, I'll be embarking on the production of my first feature film. As great as this is, I've noticed something about the film industry. Next slide, please. As a woman, I'm in a minority. When it comes to being a writer, director, and a producer, men outnumber women in this industry by nearly 4-to-1. Although there are more women working in film than ever before, men, God bless them, still dominate the roles of leadership in the industry, which is why I take such pride in GR Films. I know that what I'm doing as a woman running her own film production company is rare, but it doesn't have to be. In the next year, I have tons of jobs lined up. I have gigs in Massachusetts, New York, Texas, Atlanta, and New Mexico, and I'd like to staff my crew with women. Now, that's not to say I'm going to exclude men. What I'm talking about are paid on-set internships for women. I want to teach women how to do what I do, not to be production assistants or assistant directors, but producers, directors, production managers. If GR Films is selected for any one of these amazing prizes, 100% of the seed money will fund my vision to create a paid internship for a woman who wants to learn how to do what I do. GR Films is not just another small for-profit film production company. I'm building social entrepreneurship into my business model, and I hope you'll support me in this endeavor. Thank you. I really wanted to get out of here. He asked me what types of genres my films are. So thus far, they've been narrative, mostly exploring human behavior. I am very fascinated by that. So addiction and recovery, I've done poetry shorts, but currently I have a contract to work on a reality TV show for a streaming network. And this is going to allow me to have a lot of capital to pay other women and to bring in interns. I'm trying to duplicate myself if possible. Thank you.
All right, so this is a good time to go get a drink. I'm talking, so feel free. So essentially, as the judges are inputting their scores, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the mentoring piece of the program. So each of the entrepreneurs that go through our Accelerator program is paired with a team of 3 mentors. So if we have 15 mentors in the program, we have 15 entrepreneurs in the program, we'll have 45 community leaders gathered around them, helping them to succeed as mentors. And so as you might imagine, it's an intensive experience, and so we have a lot of folks that'll do 1 session, 2 sessions, 3 back-to-back, and then people need a break. And so we're always recruiting for mentors. So mentors tend to come from, a lot of times people are like, I wouldn't be a good mentor. And that's never right. Like your unique perspective is always helpful. We're looking for good listeners. We're looking for caring folks. It's always nice if someone has started a business, if you have that experience. Folks who have a technical expertise. So if you're coming with an accounting background or a legal background or marketing background, that can also be really, really nice. And then sometimes people just have a really deep Rolodex. And so those people, it's like, you need a bus, I can get you a bus. Like, we're looking for that person too. So if anybody would like to be a mentor, please shoot us an email at cape@eforall.org, or if you just go to the EforAll website, eforall.org, you can look at the volunteer options and kind of go through the process that way. So thanks for considering being a mentor, and with that, let's head to the next person. Come on up, Jonathan.
Hi, everyone. I don't want to use the mic. So, all my life I'm 42, but I feel like I'm 20. I look 20. Hopefully she thinks so. But I'm Jonathan Hinkle. This is my fiance, Chia Laypool. All my life I've been dreaming about owning my own business. I've never had the support, funds, so now I'm asking for the support and funds. I'm a little nervous, but
You got this.
I'm gonna go with it. This is pretty much it for me. This is it for my life, for my family. I'm very good at what I do. I'm the best pool guy on the East Coast, I'm telling you right now. If you look around, ask anybody. That guy, John, he's the man. I have old ladies, old men, they hug me, bring me out food. They bring me out. I'm sorry, I'm very passionate about what I do, so just get used to it. So I have index cards, but I'm not even going to use them. I have plenty of family in the back. They're all willing to help me get through this process. And the money is just going to help me basically to get it off the ground with business flyers, cards. I have everything mapped out to a T. The most basic thing I want to do is treat people like human beings. That's it. Just a human being. I'm walking in your backyard. I'm doing my job and I'm leaving. Being super polite, never ever coming out of my mouth. None of my employees will ever come out of their mouth. I have to stress this very, very much because I've been through a lot. And I just want to be successful in the community. I want to give back as much as I can to my community. As much as I've taken from my past, I want to be the best man I could be in the future. And I want to service everybody's pool. And you can tell if you pick me or choose me, you know what I'm going to do. So thank you. Anybody have any questions?
So in terms of your experience in the industry, how did you get started and how long have you been in the industry?
What's funny is I went to a temp agency 25 years ago. I walked in, I was tired I was living the right life. I wasn't doing right. I wasn't doing good for the community. I wasn't doing good for nobody. So that's when I changed my life at 25. 25 years ago, started doing pools and I loved it. And the previous pool companies I worked at made me hate it. Absolutely hate it. Because it was always quantity over quality. And that's not how I am. Everything needs to be to a T. I call it the impeccable operating platform, to where everything has to be impeccable. Just do your best. That's my experience. I'm not expecting them to bring me the world. My employees are going to be treated like gold. They're going to get paid by the job, not by the hour. So these guys and women, and I encourage women to be pool girls. I'm telling you, you walk around like this all day with something. You're having fun, you're laughing, you're out and about with people, and I promise I'll try to give somebody a helper to help them. That's how it all started, and I loved it ever since. I hated it and came back to it, so.
All right. Thank you very much. And so I want to tell you a little bit about how we got to this place today, right? So all of our competitors entered an application online, and then from there, their application went out to a pool of volunteer readers who then reviewed the application. They gave it the questions were answered. No, the questions weren't answered. And in some cases, they were able to offer some personal insight, some feedback that the competitors are then able to use moving forward. We use the same process for our Accelerator application. So if you're looking at this and you're like, this sounds kind of interesting, I wonder what these crazy cats are up to, and you want to get involved, a great way to start out is as a reader. You get to choose how many applications you read through. You get to see the brilliant ideas that are brewing on Cape Cod, and you get to participate and help people make those things come true. So for anybody who wants to, readers are a valuable way that you can help people as they're starting out. And so with that, is Katelyne in the house?
Hello, everybody. I'm Katelyne. I am the owner and creator of Katelyne's Cuisine. So living on the Cape, I know a lot of people in the service industry. Katelyne's Cuisine focuses on those people first, and then, working my way to other industries that share the same trials and tribulations as service workers. So, i.e., nurses, construction workers, and anywhere far in between. Let me ask you this question. How many service workers do you know lead a healthy lifestyle? Not many, right? Right. So with my business, I would help introduce more nutrition, vitamins and supplements, and hydration to people just like me. The proof is in the pudding. I brought my monkeys, the people I work with, people I've had the honor of working with this season, and they have used and approved many of my products and have had great results. My focus is to help people like me find a common ground when it comes to being healthy and having proper nutrition. Without breaks or, working 12 hours a day, it's hard to be able to sit and eat a meal. My products would give them an option to take meal replacement bars, make shakes. It's a lot faster than making a meal and sitting down when you don't have the time. All of my products are organic. They are GMO free and have gluten-free options as well. A lot of people in the restaurant industry, including myself, lack proper nutrition, vitamins, and supplements in their life. I know this business would be sustainable with competitive prices, monthly subscriptions, rewards programs, and monthly promotions. The way I see it, if my main goal is to help people, people will surely want to help me. With this opportunity, I would use the money to have business cards made with QRC codes that will allow direct access to my products. Pay for licenses and certifications to back up my personal experiences, so I have a company with products, I might as well, utilize it and help other people. This is the first time I've ever been on a stage, guys. Thank you. No questions? I killed it?
All right, so thanks to Katelyne. I'd be remiss as an executive director to fail to invite your support of our 501c3 nonprofit. If you like what you're seeing and you want to support the mission of EforAll, so economic development through entrepreneurship, allowing folks to pursue their dreams for free, we're always looking for help to cover the cost of the program. So EforAll.org, there's a green donate button. We'd love to see any investment in our work coming from the community. So with that, I'll ask Amanda to go over to Stagespace. Chris, come on up.
To those planning on pitching in the future, never trust the order of the audience participation to see when you're going to be pitching. All right. Here we go. All right. We all live on Cape Cod. It's a beautiful place. But Cape Cod is a land of art, and it's a land of artists. But despite this artistic integrity that this place we live has, every night, there are dozens of empty performance stages that are just lying dormant. Meanwhile, there are countless artists and, that are unheard and unseen. So tonight, I am pleased to announce Stagespace.org. Now, Stagespace.org is a marketplace that connects venue owners with aspiring artists of all kinds. Now, the way it works, venue owners list their spaces. Now, they can straight up donate their space. They can rent it in a very Airbnb fashion, or they can also post their spaces with the option to do some sort of profit sharing arrangement between the artists that they choose to put in their space and the artists themselves. And they also keep the ability to vet the acts. so that, if you're familiar with the way Airbnb works, it's not just a click and forget it. There can be a back and forth, so you don't end up with an undesirable act in your venue. So what the artists do, they can go onto the app, they can secure, the stage space, but we're also going to offer a ticketing option that will undercut the more popular, your Ticketmasters and your Eventbrites out there. The revenue we'll take a commission off of the rental fees, also get commission of the fees from the ticket sales. And the expenses look, at launch, they would probably be about $80 a month. At full scale, when this is probably at conceived capacity, probably the expenses are going to be about $300 a month. We're actually going to build this app using community labor. In effect, if you're familiar with open source software, it's basically going to be people from within the theater, the performance art community that have technical skills. We're going to recruit them to build this. Startup costs for the prize money. There's going to be some 501c3 filing fees at the state and federal level. I should know this by now.
Who do you see being your target audience?
For target, I would like to start out locally to the Cape and the South Coast. And I would like to mostly target theater arts, not so much musicians. As the app grows, I think there will be an opportunity for a for-profit bar that has stage space to bring in musicians, but they have alternate revenue streams. We're really targeting, struggling community theaters and, the next Arthur Miller who has the Emmy Award-winning play in his desk side, so. Yeah.
So, Kristen and I love to think of ourselves as a dynamic duo, when we're having our delusions of grandeur. But the truth is that this program is supported by our volunteers. We are incredibly lucky to have a community that has built up around helping people realize their dreams, right? So in addition to the readers that we talked about, there's also mentors. We also have folks who come in and help as volunteer interviewers when we're inviting people into the program. They help us sort through those, sort through the applicants. We have content specialists who will come in and share their wealth of knowledge and experience that they've developed over the years. Sometimes we'll have some supplemental office hours, some supplemental workshops, and people like the lovely Will and Jen who are helping us out at our events. So for anybody, again, who wants to be part of this community and wants to be part of helping people really realize their greatest possible potentials, we'd love to have you. And our volunteer network is a huge aspect of what makes us great. If you volunteer with EforAll, there's a couple of you in here. Can you raise your hand for me? All right, so go talk to those folks if you want to know what it's like to be part of the EforAll fam. And with that, we're going to turn it over to our next applicant, our next contestant, Nicole.
This is awesome, by the way. I'm having a wonderful time. It's very inspiring. In Plymouth, there's a lack of options for beverage catering. And this spring, event catering is going to explode. After 2 years of everyone being stuck inside, people are ready to party again. There's a lack of, demand is greater than supply in this industry, and my competitors are already booked out way in advance. And they, they're their product is not really that exciting, and they use a lot of highly processed ingredients. The Botanical Drinkable not only offers exquisite cocktails, but it also offers delicious and innovative, zero-proof, non-alcoholic beverages. Our thoughtful concept invites your guests to take a step into practicing moderation. Our service offers what others do not: unique recipes, proper glassware, fresh ingredients, charming garnishes, and outstanding service. Our recipes integrate novel ingredients that are nutrient-rich, immunity-boosting, and adaptogenic for drinkers and non-drinkers alike. With resourcefulness, adaptability, and style, we offer everybody the chance to party again safely and conscientiously. Our dream customer eats clean, does yoga, lives comfortably, and has a big family with lots of friends. They are stoked to have us, and they want to promote us through word of mouth. They're excited to co-create a signature cocktail and give it a cool name like Tequila Mockingbird. That's a good one. We will form strategic partnerships with food trucks, wedding venues, and performance halls. People love us because we offer real ingredients, we have elegant presentation, and we have fearless authenticity. Professionally staffed as a high-quality, full-service provider, we will cater large events using a per-guest fee structure. Consider an open bar for 50 people. At $60 per person, for 4 hours, we gross $3,000. That if you divide that by 4, then we're bringing in $750 per hour in revenue, and then subtract $500 for expenses and operational costs, and we bring in a profit of $250 per hour. Am I done? Okay.
So you use the expression professionally staffed, and clearly one of the biggest challenges today is staffing. To put something like this together, I'd assume you need a bunch of people. So how do you think about getting the group that you need to execute, which is, I think, a nice idea?
Okay. Yeah, there actually is a formula to that. Basically, it's usually one bartender per 50 people. So I would be the primary bartender. When my events get bigger than 50 people, I have a number of excellent, amazing people that are on board and are ready to jump in and do this. And also, it's kind of an easy thing to get people to commit to because it's kind of scattered. It's not like, every Thursday, Friday, and Wednesday. There's flexibility, so that's appealing to people. And people, I know I'm fun to work with. I know people know that they're going to get paid well. We're going to pay our bartenders $50 an hour, and that's also what I'll be paid. So people, I think I'm confident. I have honestly 40 people that are options for doing this that I've worked with in the past. You're welcome.
I'm going to tell you a little bit about what to expect for fan favorite. So if everybody has those ballots, right, and we will be checking off whoever was your fan favorite, and that person is going to get $500, and that will be announced after I think 2 more presentations, and Ellen will have the basket at the door, and that will be an opportunity after we hear all the pitches to drop it into the basket and vote for your fan favorite. But something else that will be happening right around that time is the wild card pitch. So this is the opportunity for anybody in this room who might be feeling inspired after having seen these pitches to say, you know what, I have a business idea, and I'm just going to get up there and I'm going to say it. So that is going to be an opportunity. I'll be taking the judges. We're going to go up, do our deliberation, and Amanda will invite you to do that. So with that, let's move it to Brandy, Whisked Away. Come on up.
makes the dream work. All right. Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me. My name is Brandy, and I started and bake for Whisked Confections. It started because I love baking, and I think that when you love somebody, you can really show that through baking. But I ended up having a lot of friends who were gluten-free, had celiacs, were vegan, and there just aren't a lot of options for them here on the Cape. So I started researching, I started practicing, I threw out a lot of baked goods because I didn't like the way they turned out. But I have finally perfected what I think are really good recipes, and I've kind of veered towards the vegan and gluten-free aspect because on Cape Cod there are so many good bakeries, as we all know, but not many of them have a vegan or a gluten-free option or both. And sometimes they don't even have a sugar-free option. So if you have someone who's diabetic, you can't get them a birthday cake, but now you can. So you can cover all of the bases. Sometimes I get what I call like the magical trifecta, where it's vegan, gluten-free, and sugar-free all in one recipe, but still tastes really good. So I've started working on this. I started through farmers markets. I did the P-Town Farmers Market the last 2 years in a row, built up a strong client base. I'm still looking for a year-round location because, as we know on Cape Cod, to find a space that's reasonable to rent for a brand new entrepreneur can be difficult. But I'm still doing my farmers markets. I'm doing direct to order, and I've also been reached out by a couple of new businesses that would like to have some vegan and gluten-free options in their business, so I'm chatting with them. And I just think that when it comes to sweets, everybody should be included. And people will hear the word vegan or they'll hear gluten-free, and they think, oh my God, it's not going to be good. But that could be so far from the truth. I've given my stuff to people who are hardcore non-vegan. They like their bacon, they like their butter, and they eat it and they're like, oh my God, this is vegan? I'm like, yeah, this is vegan. Or yeah, this is gluten-free. And they're like, oh my God, that's so good. I'm like, I know. In my opinion, sometimes the flavors, the natural flavors, the vanilla, the chocolate, the fruits, whatever you're using, the nuts, they come out stronger because you're not using a bunch of additives. You're using pure natural ingredients. I prefer agave over cane sugar because it's lower on the glycemic index and it tastes really, really good. So what I'm hoping to do is eventually get a space together and have a vegan, gluten-free, sugar-free bakery for everybody to enjoy.
All right, so my name is Sunny Bean. I came here to support my friend Nicole Johnson, Botanical Drinkable, vote for it. But also, we've been talking, she just got back from California, all excited on a trip. I just got back from Colorado, all excited about a trip. When I was there, I was with a friend who is a vegan, so similar to Brandy. Not a lot of good vegan options in this area. And I live in Plymouth, Mass. I feel like people travel like crazy to get vegan, vegetarian options because they're not easy to come by. I don't want to like give away my secret baby because I found a spot. Like I'm excited to start the spot. I feel like all signs are pointing to like me going at this. I've been a waitress, a server for 33 years of my life, like making other people's restaurants awesome. And I'm ready to make my spot and make it awesome. Oh, this is so hard up here. Woo! But anyway, I am just ready. I've done this my whole life. And I would love to have like Brandy come in, make my vegan stuff. She can use my kitchen. I'd like to have Nicole come. She can come and like make her drinks and do a special drink night. Maggie can do a monthly special with her pierogies. And in the meantime, like I'm doing awesome vegan, vegetarian things. And then I can call on all these other people that are passionate about it. And like, I'm only one person. I can't do everything. So I'm so happy to support all these other future people that want to kick ass. And like, I have that space and we can make it great. Is my time up? I don't know. Oh, all right. But anyway, like, I mean, I know I can do it, but it's a matter of like, I don't have like $1 million to start a restaurant. Like I have the hopes and dreams and like the hardworking, like kick-ass Empress firepower to do it. But I will need money and like help and whatever. 30 seconds. I'm done. That's all I got.
And we're going to start by awarding the fan favorite. This is the people's choice as determined by your ballots. When your name is called, we're going to ask you to please come up, collect your giant check, and hang around on the stage so we can take pictures, because you're going to want them later. So, we're ready. The first thing that we would like to do is we would like to award $500 to the fan favorite, Katelyne's Cuisine. All right, hang around.
All right, so next up is going to be our third place award winner. Joel's going to let us know who the judges selected. Come on up, Joel.
So after some deliberation, we felt like we had some pretty clear people at the top. And so for third place, we the judges decided to award it to someone who definitely entertained us, that being GR Films and Entertainment. Of course.
Woof. All right. Whew. All right. Leah's going to come up and let us know who got second place for $750. Thanks, Leah.
I can reach, so I'm good. It was great to hear about everybody's business. It was fantastic. The judges, we, had a great time deciding, and I think this person really has a great concept. Someone that I'm going to be talking to her about some different things. It's Brandy from Whisked Confections. I've tried to bake. I've tried to bake gluten-free and sugar-free for my daughter, and she's gonna be my lady. Congratulations. I know. I need some recipes from you guys. Because my gluten-free is inedible. I'm gonna look right. Okay. Congratulations.
All right, and Tom is going to come up and let us know who was selected for the first place prize of $1,000. Come on up, Tom.
Thank you, everybody. I just want to say congratulations to everybody, because to stand up here and try to pitch for your business, that's a tough thing to do, and we took everybody's into consideration for this, but the grand prize winner was Russell from Cape Cod Makers. Congratulations. Yeah, nice job. Thank you.
All right, now we'll just
Yeah, make some noise. Make some noise for everybody who showed up tonight, who did this, who was brave. Let's hear it. Great job. Thank you to everybody who participated tonight. This was a lot of fun. We appreciate you.